Hey everyone! Today, we're going to take a closer look at a plant you've probably seen 100 times. It's a staple in gardens and homes pretty much everywhere, the foxtail fern. But what if I told you this popular plant isn't at all what it seems?
I mean, it's so easy to see why everyone loves it. Just look at those lush green fronds. They're so full and soft, they really do look just like a fox's tail. It's such an elegant and inviting plant, but it's hiding a secret right out in the open.
And that question? Well, that's really at the heart of what we're talking about today. We're going to look past the label to uncover the really surprising truths this plant can teach us about identity, strength, and even growth.
So first things first, let's talk about that name. Because as it turns out, the common name we all use for this plant, it's completely misleading.
That's right, it's not a fern. If you look at its botanical name, Asparagus densiflorus, it kind of gives the secret away. It's actually a member of the asparagus family. So the name we all know it by is, botanically speaking, a lie.
And this wrong name creates a perception that is the total opposite of what the plant actually is. The word fern makes you think of some delicate woodland plant that needs tons of moisture and shade. But the reality? This thing is incredibly tough. It's drought-tolerant and can handle the heat. It's a powerful lesson, right? Our true nature is defined by how we're made, not by the labels other people decide to give us.
And this whole contrast between what we think we see and what's really there, well, it doesn't stop with the name. Let's look a little closer at the plant's actual physical structure, because it's holding on to a really fascinating paradox.
You see these soft, feathery needles, and they look so gentle, almost inviting you to reach out and touch them. But if you look closer, right there along the stems, you'll find these small, sharp thorns. So the plant is both inviting and guarded, soft and fiercely protected at the same time.
This duality, this ability to be two things at once, it really illustrates a profound truth. The foxtail fern teaches us that gentleness and strength, they aren't opposites at all. You know, true gentleness isn't about being fragile. It's about having strength that's under control.
So we've seen the strength it hides right there, in plain sight. But the real secret to its resilience? That lies buried, completely out of view.
This plant's amazing ability to withstand drought and neglect doesn't really come from its leaves or its stems. It comes from a source that no one ever gets to see.
So here's the secret. The foxtail fern develops these thick, tuberous roots. You can almost think of them like little underground water tanks. During tough times, when water is scarce, the plant just draws from these hidden reserves it's been saving up. Its survival literally depends on inward preparation, not on always having an external supply.
Now, knowing about this hidden power source gives us a completely new way to appreciate the plant's visible form. So let's go back above ground for a second and just look at its posture.
You know how most plants we call ferns tend to droop or trail, kind of spilling over the sides of a pot? Well, not this one. Its plumes grow upright, shooting up in these vertical sprays. There's something almost celebratory about it. They don't creep along the ground, they don't cling to other things for support, they simply rise.
And this unique upright posture is just such a powerful metaphor for a life that's oriented upward. It's like a constant active stretch toward the light, a reach for illumination, for a higher purpose.
But the story doesn't end with just growth. There's another stage in this plant's life that teaches a really vital lesson about timing and patience.
There's this fundamental pattern you see all through nature, and it's that formation has to come first. Before any plant can produce fruit, it has to establish itself. It has to grow strong roots, develop a stable structure, and build up all those hidden reserves we just talked about.
And it's only after all of that patient, often unseen work is done that the plant finally bears fruit. In its mature seasons, the foxtail fern produces these small, vibrant red berries. They're a sign that the period of formation is complete. The fruit is the reward of maturity. It's not the starting point.
So after all that, what can we really take away from this plant that isn't even what it claims to be? Let's pull all of these different threads together.
The foxtail fern really teaches us 5 powerful lessons. First, that our true identity is so much deeper than any label. Second, that gentleness and resilience can absolutely coexist. Third, that our greatest strengths are often the ones nobody else sees. Fourth, that our lives, just like its plumes, should be oriented toward the light. And finally, that we have to be patient, because true fruit only comes after a season of deep formation.
In the end, this simple, misnamed plant offers us this beautiful model for a well-lived life.
As the lesson suggests, may we all grow to be deeply rooted, softly strong, and steadily reaching toward the light, trusting that the fruit will come in its proper season.